Boom, everybody. We're live. We're live. Happy Monday, everybody. We're about to have my guy Hung here. As you guys know, every single Monday, 6:30 p.m. EST, me and my guy Hung, we go live. And we talk about all things short-term rentals, Airbnb, deals that we're working on. If you have deals and you bring them on here, put it in the comments. We can bring you on, underwrite your deal, or give you guidance or advice, whatever. Answer any questions you have regarding short term rentals, Airbnbs in general. That's what this live is for. So, welcome to the Boom Bold channel, guys. Let me get my guy Hung on here. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. You guys are crushing it. I hope so, because I am. I am fired up for the week. Ready to ready to close more deals. Ready to raise more private capital. Ready to network with more people. Um, you know, um, I hope some of you, if you're sitting and you still haven't worked on your 2023 goals yet, I don't know what you're doing. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? 2023 starts now. Actually, started 3 months ago for the people that are actually serious about their goals. Okay. So again, guys, today every Monday, 6:30 p.m. EST, me and my guy Hongmei, we go live. We talk about all things Airbnb, short-term rentals. We talk about the deals we have, properties we're working on, deals we walked away from, help people underwrite their deals as well. So if you have a deal that you need help underwriting and you were stuck, you can actually bring it on here. We'll pull you on stage and go over your deal, underwrite it for you as long as you have all the terms, especially if it's creative finance deals. Okay. So what you need for us to underwrite your deal, obviously the address, but more importantly, you need pictures, a link to pictures or videos. We need all the numbers. So if it's creative deal, we need to know what is the monthly payment to the seller, monthly to the mortgage, if there is a mortgage in place, the interest rate, um, entry fee, meaning cash to seller, closing costs, renovations, all that fun stuff in order to determine if it's a potential good deal or not. Okay. And then we'll give you an overview of the area as well. Is it a good area that you should be in? Is it a bad area? All those things. Okay, guys. So if you're new into my YouTube channel, listen, hit that like button. Okay, subscribe, press that little ring bell that reminds you and that we're about to go live. Look at my guy Hung. Look at this handsome guy. Look at this handsome guy, bro.
I
He,
have to
he
look
always like to have that Hollywood, that Hollywood walking
I have
late.
to look good. It's my birthday week.
Oh yeah, you're right. Happy birthday, bro. I forgot. Holy moly, bro. How you celebrating?
Uh it's just going to dinner with some friends and family and stuff like that. Maybe buy
Uh,
a few more houses.
that right there, that's a real birthday gift, man. I'm telling you guys. Like on my birthday, don't send me gifts. Send me addresses and motivated sellers. Like I want to close the seller on the day of my birthday. That would be such a fantastic. So, bro, reintroduce yourself for the people that are new in the channel. Today we actually have a deal we're gonna go over, guys. This deal is in the Smoky Mountains. I negotiated this seller on a hybrid deal, and it might be a good or not good deal. We'll see. We'll underwrite it with the man right here. Go over the numbers. Is actually an already performing Airbnb. Is already on the platform, and so we're gonna buy it creatively. So we're gonna take over the mortgage, and the seller has equity. We're gonna give him a down payment on that equity and pay him over time. And so we need to see if the property is performing the way it should, or is underperforming because of mismanagement, or it's just not a good investment. So we just walk away. All right, guys. Mr. Hung, introduce yourself, bro.
Hey everyone, my name is Hung Mai, and I have been working in the hospitality space for the last 10 years, and just recently went full time on my real estate business. It's a long time coming, and so super excited. Now here we are with Mamadou, the man, and kind of sharing my journey honestly with how everything's been going. I'm only been in real estate for the last year and a half or so.
Mhm.
Started my journey in the middle of COVID, when just figuring out how to make money and stuff like that, and just kind of stumbled upon what I'm doing now, which is short-term rentals, and I saw it worked, and that's all I focus on. Everyone keep asking me what else do I do. I said I don't do anything. Like don't come for wholesaling. Don't come to me for anything else. I This is all I do. This is all I do.
Right,
So,
right. Don't you have like a tattoo that says short term or vacation
oh yeah,
um,
like only
hospitality?
where the sun don't shine though.
All right, guys. So there you have it, guys. If you have any deals in, Florida, Texas, Atlanta, most state, right? Most states except maybe California. Do you do Airbnbs in California?
Yeah, I don't have any yet in California, but I know it's a hot market in California.
Right. Oh,
So
okay.
I mean, like,
So there you have it, guys. That's Mr. Hung right here. So today, guys, we actually have a deal we're gonna go over. Again, if you have questions or you have a deal that you need underwriting, the funny thing is my DMs is full, but these people never show up for some reason. But if you have any deal you need underwriting, put it in the comments that you do have a deal and you have your numbers. I'll send you the link in the chat. You can jump on here, we'll underwrite your deal or answer your questions. If you have questions pertaining to short-term rental, Airbnb, vacation homes, all that fun stuff. This is not about pre-foreclosures. This is not about how handsome Hung may look. Okay. All right. All right. So you should have received an email, Mr. Hung, with the deal we're going over. Do not disclose the address.
yes, I'm setting some of the stuff
There
up
you
right now.
go.
That way we're not disclosing any info
Absolutely. So,
here.
guys, again, like I said, this Airbnb is already on the platform, is already a performing Airbnb. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the calendar of this, owner and see if this property is doing what it's supposed to do. Kalisha is actually who sent me the lead. She's right here in the comments. And today we did a three-way call with the seller. It was a fire call, right? And I am going to upload that call actually in my YouTube channel. So make sure you smash that like button, you subscribe, so you can listen to that call later. I'll upload it later. Good to see you out here, Kalisha. She's an action taker, calling agents. She already owned actually an Airbnb in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
let's
Yeah,
see.
that's really cool. I've been thinking about this area for the longest time. It's the Smoky Mountains. I mean, everyone talks about it. I think per
Right.
year, about 12 to 13 million people visit the Smoky Mountains every year. It's a very mature market for short-term rental. It's well known. It's, you know,
Holy cow.
short-term rental was already been there before Airbnb even existed.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
it's a very mature market. Like the regulations are very short-term rental friendly. So
Hmm.
I know that's where a lot of people go it's a very desirable market to be in, for sure. And it's
Boom,
it's
boom, boom.
a very transient market as well, because uh, uh, it's drivable. So even if there's an economy hit,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Whereas if, for example, I'm in Orlando, if
Hmm.
you're going to go to Disney or anywhere in Orlando, 9 out of 10 times you're flying to Orlando, right? Just there's no way that majority of the people would be willing to drive to Orlando just from the Panhandle alone. Coming down to
Right.
Orlando, it's seven
Right.
hours. It's yeah. So just that alone, it deter a lot of people from driving to Orlando. However, if there's a economic, recession that tends to happen, the first
Mm.
thing that would hurt for us is 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 people that are flying into Orlando. However, with the Smoky Mountains, what happens with it is that it's kind of insulated a little bit from the recession, because even though people aren't willing to fly to certain places because they can't afford it for some reason, they can still get in a van and drive there and save a ton of money, and just have that money instead go to a place to stay.
That is insane. I
Yes.
see Kalisha saying she loves the regulations over there. I'm assuming they're super, super friendly.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
for
Very
Airbnb.
friendly. I got to be super careful as I'm setting this up. I just wanted to make sure that I got everything I need before I share my screen. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I think we're all set.
Oh, I know what's your birthday gift, bro. You need a freaking mic. Like on the next episode, I want to see you with a freaking mic.
Okay, let me go
Audio
back
problem.
now. Okay. Let me share my screen.
Say it's gonna be fun. So this seller, he says, so by the way, Kalisha, how did you find this lead? Is it through agent outreach? If you're here, put it in the comments, because people are always curious. How did you find it? How did you talk to him? Did he cry on the phone? So I think it's an agent outreach, because that's mostly what she does. Not really sure. And the seller, the reason he's selling is because his full-time occupation is he's a teacher. He's not a full-time, real estate investor. And so what he's saying is he found out that the 6 bedrooms is too much for him as far as management is concerned, and he want to buy something smaller. The issue is, guys, with this market, which is great for us, he just bought it. What? There you go. Boom. Agent found it. So if you're only doing off-market outreach right now, guys, you are missing out. Go on the MLS; it's full of opportunities. Anyway, and so he's saying that he literally just bought it in 2021. So the interest rate that he has on it, he bought it before the interest rate went bad. So he's not bad. It's 4.5%, whatever. But now that he want to sell it, guess what? Not selling, guys, is a one. I think he's trying to sell it for 1 point. That was my current property, but found this one in Facebook group. Boom. She found it on Facebook group, guys. Anyway, so the property is not selling on the MLS. So that's where we step in, help these sellers with creative finance. And trust me, guys, with this market, sellers and agents, they're so nice. They're so, so nice to you. I'm telling you. Currently, sellers will follow up with you more than you will follow up with them. I have a seller, bro. I've been ignoring this guy since Saturday. Since Saturday, keep hammering my phone. Please, that deal in Texas, brother.
Gotcha.
Literally, he's following up with it. I'm like, I told him the other day, I said, I should hire you as my acquisition. Like, you were really good. He will email me, text me, and call.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's go over it, bro.
Okay, awesome. Let me hop right in. Okay.
You should normally have the terms on the email too, right?
Yes, I do have the terms on the email. Yep.
Boom.
Awesome. Can you guys see me?
Absolutely. Boom.
And all my tabs. Okay, so we got the listing here that's active at the moment. What I use mostly, I had someone reach out to me the other day saying, asking me what do I use as a service to comp properties and stuff like that. And, they were naming all of these things. I'm like, I just use two. And typically these two kind of give me a good kind of ballpark on a feel of what's going on.
Okay.
That's data.rabu and AirDNA.
Got it. Got it. These are the only two that you use to
Yeah,
underwrite your Airbnb.
so
Yeah.
I got to be super careful here. So this is a 5 bedroom, 6 bath, it seems, right? And
It's a
there,
bedroom.
yeah. Let me close this door real quick. Oy. Okay, so annual revenue, it looks like it's going to be 142 at 60% occupancy. That's pretty crazy. So if we're only at, I think that's about 19 nights, maybe 18 nights. What would happen if we bring it up to like 80%, right? Like that's just extra things that
Gotcha.
can bring in revenue. And there's way more like different ways to do it. I'll give you a pro tip right now that's really actionable. If you have something right now, this is really actionable. If back then when they allowed emojis, like you can put emojis on there, and that will increase your click through rate for your listings. Um,
Really?
yeah, we used to be able. So we used to be able to do that. However, they just got rid of the emojis. Like now, everyone's on even playing field because
What?
only some people knew the loophole on how to put the emojis, because on desktop you can't do emojis, but if
Oh,
your setup on your phone, you can put the emojis. So
got
now
it.
they've gotten rid of the whole thing. So only the people that already have emojis can keep it, but the ones who don't, well, you can't do it anymore.
That is crazy.
One other thing you can do is you can put your affiliate link for your Uber or Lyft on your listing, and you'll make extra money and you'll get free rides just from the affiliate links that people use your link.
I don't think they catch that, bro. You gotta repeat that one. So if you have a listing on Airbnb,
Yeah, if you have a listing on Airbnb and you use Uber or Lyft, you can
mhm,
just include it into your listing, like a message or something like that, to where
mhm,
people will use your link to sign up for Uber rides or Lyft rides, and you'll make money off of people signing up,
that
because
is crazy.
are traveling, right? So and that could be for Uber, that could be for Turo, that could be for Lyft, that could be for any kind of service that when people are traveling that they'll use. So that's one other thing that you can use.
Nice, nice.
Okay, so that's that. Whoops, I slipped it a little bit. Hopefully, we can edit that part out
Oh, the
uh,
address show? Come on.
a little bit for like half a second.
It's fine. It's locked up anyway, so
Okay.
can do it.
Go. Okay, so in this area, it's showing us that um, other 5 bedrooms, other 6 bedrooms. This is what they're doing, right? So it's estimating that we'll do about 142 ish
Right.
uh, per year. But look at all these other potentials. Like some of these other ones, they are estimating that it'll do 236, and it did actually do 236. Most of these have estimated to do over 6 figures and have matched that. So really, really strong numbers
Mm-hmm.
in this region, in this area, and it's actually funny yet. I don't know if this is the same one, um, but it might be. Let's see.
It's really beautiful how all those properties are
So it's
set up
not
there.
the, so this is not the same one, because here is the property, but for half a second I just realized that
Mhm.
it might show the thing on there too. So we're not gonna go through there. But
Where?
we
Did you
do
see the
have
subject property?
yeah, but we do have the listing, so we can see the photos through here.
Right.
I was gonna show it through Zillow, but I think I like sneaked something.
So if when you're looking at Zillow, what I want you to do is, because I know you always look at the map, right, to see what's around, or you don't do it with the Smoky Mountains.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like
Okay. So if you're
proximity.
doing it on Zillow, just give people tips and tricks on what you kind of look at on Zillow without sharing the address.
Yeah. So like, I mean, not just Zillow, but I use Zillow so that way I can see the pictures of what a property looks like in terms of
Mhm.
like layout, where it's located, and what it's near and stuff like that.
Mhm.
However, because we have the listing here, we can actually see the photos in here.
Nice.
So they're showing, they're showing their hero shot, which is the main photo of what gets people peaked and interested. This is really great. However, I wouldn't have used these things
This
to.
chair, right?
Yeah, I would have used like either a lounge chair or something of the sort, so that way
Mhm.
it feels more like luxurious, um, and stuff like that. Uh, that's really cool.
Just for context, Hung. So just so people know, if you're just stepping in or you're watching this video later, the listing we're looking at right now is the property we're buying.
Yep.
All right. So he has it on Airbnb, but it seems like it's underperforming. And the guy is not a full-time investor, so it's too much of a headache. So we're gonna go through the listing, look at the pictures and the calendar. So the pictures, we're already seeing things because he's not a seasoned, Airbnb investor. There's already minor details you can tell, this could do better because of this. What is
Mhm.
this type of chairs? What is this type of frame? So that's what Hung is gonna go through. He's gonna look at the pictures and he's gonna dissect every little detail, the quality of the pictures, but also the furniture, the color of all that fun stuff. All right, just for context. All right, Mr. Hung.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so we're just going through the photos right now, looking at some of the things that they have, and what does the property actually look like. So in this, it's everything. It's really bright. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's updated enough for a cabin in the Smoky Mountains, right? However, as you can tell a little bit, that it's kind of lacked a little bit of character, right? It just
Yeah.
needs a little bit more design to make the space more functional, like make the space more inviting to be in. Like for instance, this is, I'm assuming, the movie room. However, all it has is just some little posters here and there, and it doesn't
Mhm.
really create that space and make it feel like it's actually a movie room, right? So here at is again, this is great. However, what I would have done is make something in the background
Yeah.
more defined, so that way the room has something where they want it, so that you know how like when you have a good plate of food and you go out and eat, and there's like this good plate of food, it just
Yeah.
looks so nice that you don't want to mess it up. That's how
Right.
you want people to feel when they step into like a room. Like they want to see something where they want to take pictures of it, whatever
Right.
room they stay at, or stuff like that. So you want to make a
Right.
space more defining. All of this is great. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just very minimalistic. They didn't
Yeah.
really invest into the space. So because of how competitive things have gone, especially for cabins in the Smoky Mountains and whatnot,
Mhm.
it is super, super competitive there. And so if you don't do things to make yourself stand out, you're just going to blend in with everything else. And even though 5 bedrooms are really, really, it's a really, really big space, right? But because it's the Smoky Mountains and because it's a heavy, heavy, mature short term rental market,
Mhm.
5 bedrooms are like a commodity, really. Like there's so many of them
Oh,
over there, right? Like if you can
yeah.
zoom in, you can tell. Look, a ton of them.
Right.
So
Right. You're
it's
right.
nothing
You're right.
special that is big. It's just that we have to make it more inviting for them to be
Right.
in, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
again, it's not a bad space. I think it looks great overall.
Okay.
It just needs more character.
Man, the
Uh,
views are beautiful, man.
yeah, the views are beautiful. It
Oh
just
my God. I can see myself sitting there with my coffee in the morning. Holy moly.
yeah. So um,
Alicia, when we close escrow, we're going to see this bad boy.
oh yeah, for sure. So again, none of this is bad. I think it's just not they just didn't really invest back into the property, which is
Right.
the problem, because again, there are other properties in that area that are just like wow factor. So for instance, if we go here, we can see some of the other ones. Like this shot is really great. Like it
Oh
really,
my God. Even the other one, that one is really nice.
right, like this one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, so like for instance, This one kind of really showcased the house and its feature, right?
Right,
Um,
right.
and so it makes it really appealing because it's like, wow, this place looks so nice. Now let me go on the inside and see what it really looks like, right? It makes you kind of want to click through it and see. So
Right.
for instance, this property, if we go through here, like this is really nice here, right? Like it showcases a lot of, and if you look at between this one and the ones that we just looked at, which is the property that we have under contract, this one has a lot more character, as you can tell, right? Like there's
Right.
certain things in there. Although the photographer is not that great,
Hmm.
it's not that great, but there's actually certain things in here that make it stands out. I feel like as I was complimenting it, they just literally took away everything that I
You
just.
do everything, right? Because I'm thinking like
So,
number one, the pictures with this one should
yeah,
have been way better
so
quality.
literally as I got just kind of through here, this part, it just kind of dies down. So this one is great. I mean, it made me kind of click through it and see it, and see some of the things that are going through it. But it kind of ends in the living room. It sounds like,
Right.
and here, I thought I piqued someone.
That's
Um,
like seeing a restaurant menu and everything is so colorful and looks so
mhm.
good, and you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
in there and then you
Okay,
walk home with.
so this is another listing. It's literally the same listing, but then they made another listing for some reason. Um, yeah,
Oh,
they just made the same listing again, but with different pictures.
and they're horrible too.
Yeah, yeah. So let's look at another one that's in the area. So
Why would
the
somebody list their Why would somebody list their property twice on Airbnb? Like,
because for more exposure.
oh, okay.
For more exposure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a strategy. However, it just gets really sticky when you have multiple calendars that you have to take care of. It's just gets really messy. Instead of
Yeah.
focusing on one and accumulate all of your reviews and stuff onto one, it works a lot better.
Yeah.
Um, this one, it might not be comparable to us, and the reason is because it has a really really big balcony. Like it's massive. Like um, so like this is different than ours because it has a lot more character onto it. However, outside it has a really big balcony that's walkable, that you can lounge and stuff around outside.
Oh, wow.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It's just, again, if this is your competition, like you're gonna have to do much better in terms of dressing up the property and furnishing it and all that good stuff. So let me go back to here so that way I can kind of look at a more close up view of what some of the other property that looks similar looks like. So
Mhm.
right now I'm looking only in 5 bedrooms property, and just with that alone, there's 74 listings out here in a 3 mile radius. Like that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of 5 bedrooms.
Yeah, it's a lot of 5 bedrooms.
Yeah, that's a lot of 5 bedrooms.
There's
So
nothing special about that over there.
yeah. So again, because this is the Smokies, the closer I want to find properties that are as close to me as possible, right? So if I go back to my VRBO listing here, um, I think this is the one, right? No, this is the one.
uh,
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
there you go.
Yeah, so this is my listing. The entryway is not that great,
Yeah.
right? Like the entryway, if we compare it apples to apples, the other ones they're not that great.
Yeah.
So we have to find something that has something of a similar background to this in terms of like what the property looks like.
Mhm.
So that way it's we know for sure what the numbers are.
Got
Uh,
it.
so for instance, this is a different type of setting because
Is
ours
that
is
a driveway?
this is not a standalone place, right?
Is that a driveway?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's their own
That
driveway.
looks bananas, bro.
Yeah. So this might be a comparable one because of the balcony that it has going on. It's got open spaces. So if we go here,
Daryl says, "Please call your podcast Boom Boom." Boom."
Daryl Ellison or who?
Daryl Ellison, yeah.
Funny.
Bro, my podcast is already called Boom Boom Boom. Don't you see the logo everywhere? It's called the Boom Bold Podcast, broski. You already know. Daryl, if Daryl have a haircut because of his waves, bro, you gotta hide your girl. He
Oh my
has
God.
it.
No, he's losing weight. My girlfriend's definitely not meeting him anymore.
and and Daryl, he has this teeth like it seems like he did surgery for it, but it's natural.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Okay, so one other thing that's really that we have to point out too is that this thing has two kitchen, or it's in a different level, because there's three levels to the house. I'm
mhm.
assuming. So the reason why I said that is like, okay, here's the
That
kitchen.
fridge look old.
This kitchen you said?
The fridge,
The fridge?
yeah, doesn't it?
Oh, maybe it's the same. It's the same kitchen, but it just looks different. Yeah, I think it's the same
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah, it's the same kitchen. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same kitchen.
That's a different angle.
Yeah, again, this house, it seems a little bit sectioned off. Whether or not that's okay. So it has a good outside area right here. The ceiling compared to the others are not that high, so we have to take into accountability of that as well.
That is crazy how you notice those details, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a pool. I don't know if this is a in-building pool that's ours alone, so we gotta see that. Typically, they usually have. I don't know if this is a community pool or it's ours.
Shouldn't they have that on the listing, like the details?
Yeah, maybe for
I
sure.
hope this looks like is indoor. I hope it is.
Oh, private. Oh, it's private. Okay.
Boom.
Boom. So it's private heated indoor pool. So that's a really good amenity. Um, that's a really good amenity. So let's see. So we can't comp this and we can't comp this because it's not the same setting. Like we don't have the high ceilings, we don't have the big windows like them, we don't have the big balcony like them. So we can't. That's not apples to us, right?
Right.
This may be it, but I don't know. I gotta look more. I don't know if this is the same way either, because again, they have this big, really
Yeah.
massive, like, you know, um, uh, view of
Yeah.
the mountains, and we don't. So
Yeah.
look how juicy that is, right? Like that's the difference between something like this and something that shows like a movie theater, right?
Right. Right. Right.
I
Right.
feel like they would do themselves better justice if they set this as the first picture over here, but they didn't. And this is really nice too. It's just, um, yeah, like this is really nice too. But again, there's so many that we have to look through. Um, let me see. It's
Ooh, damn, bro.
That's the thing with the Smoky Mountains. It's not you. I can't just point right away and
Right.
figure
Right.
it out right away because it's not a typical house, a single family house. This is a
Right.
big, massive, multi-level, property, that you really need to consider, because if I'm a traveler, it's a
Mhm.
big difference whether I have, this three balcony and three
Mhm.
balconies that I can walk out to,
Yeah. Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Is
So
that that one? Is that like a tub on the balcony? What is that?
yeah,
The
it's a hot
first,
tub. Yeah,
bro. You
yeah,
can't get a hot tub with that view.
yeah. So hot tubs in the Smokies are like it's a must. It's like uh you know toothbrush.
Damn,
It's like toothbrush. You
that is
have
dope.
to have it.
I gotta go there, bro. I gotta travel there. I
Yeah,
gotta
I
go see.
know. I haven't either. Maybe we need
And
to.
it seems like I know, right? Let's go, bro. It seems like over there people also breathe natural air.
Yeah, look at all that.
Damn.
Yeah. So pretty good.
And we're manifesting this because it's funny. When I connected with Kalisha, the first thing that I told her, she told me she have an Airbnb there. I said we gotta do an Airbnb there. Like I want an Airbnb. I keep hearing about the Smoky Mountains. Smoky Mountains. I have some friends that own things over there,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to go and see. So this would be the perfect occasion.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
know.
When I'm going, we own a property. Boom.
I know. I mean, here's the thing with all of these other properties out here. I think what's going to need to happen is that we make sure that the space is redesigned. If you just look at, let's say, okay, so a perfect example. If you just look between this one, I think this was the front photo. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the front photo. I think this was the front photo or something. I'm not too sure. But anyways, between this photo or between this one and this one, look, I mean, so much information when you're scrolling, right? Like so much information when you're scrolling through this, that it just tells you a lot of things. And
Right.
you can see it in their performance and what they're doing right now. This one is an older one. Like this one has been around for a little bit longer than this, obviously. However, you
Mhm.
can tell that this one has been around for a while because they've gotten sloppy. Like they've gotten lazy where they think that, because they've done well in the past, that they don't need to update and
Oh,
do it. So these are
yeah.
the people here that you see that's going to basically have a hard time here in this little next cycle for the next 12 months here. But these guys, they're priced right. I mean, they're like you know, one of the big thing is like occupancy, making sure that that you're filled the space well. Um, But yeah, again, I'm keep looking through these things. I'm trying to find the ones that have kind of our own settings or that our own kind of same property. Um, what do you call it? Property personality type. And
Right, right.
but
To
it's
find apples to apples or very, very close to it.
exactly or close to it exactly, because if we don't, like, look, these two are literally next to each other. Like they're probably only less than half a mile from each other, but you like the performance of them both are significantly different by like almost 50%,
Got it.
right?
How can you tell that they're from half a mile from each other? For
Okay, so
somebody that don't know, how can you tell that?
from us to them,
Oh,
it's about 1.8 miles. But from
got
them
it.
to each other, if you look on the right hand side here, over that on the map, it's really close next to each other,
Got it.
right?
Yeah.
Why is this one not doing well, right? Like there's a reason why they're not doing well,
Oh, you're
and
right. That's a massive difference.
it is a massive difference. And
Massive
look,
difference.
okay, it now if we look into this, there's their living room, right? And the problem with them is that they're not. It looks great for a family, but it's not
Mhm.
great for like a vacation rental, because if
Right.
you compare this with this, look at this one. There's a lot more color and there's a lot more context and there's a lot of different like color contrast together. Um, and like there's a lot of different color contrast here as well, than just all cabin, all wood, right? Like you can tell,
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah.
um, and those little things matter
Matters a lot. Yeah.
because they're trying to get the experience. And this is great. Like this is a great place as well. Like this is a great cabin as well, but they're not doing as great as they could be,
Yeah.
right? Um,
Mm.
So I'll be honest. This is one of the more tougher ones I have actually done in comp, and I'm doing it in real time so that way I can show kind of people, what
Mhm.
kind of goes through my mind as I'm doing these things, um,
Right.
and see what these numbers look like. If Oh my gosh, look at this, touch
Woo!
of heaven.
That is a crazy, crazy view. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
touch of
is.
heaven. Okay.
There's no way you going in here and you staying in bed up to 9 a.m., guys.
Hmm.
No matter how lazy you are, you better wake up before the sun is up.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
view
beautiful
here is
views.
just amazing. I mean, if we
Wow.
look through this, we can confirm that they're solid bookings
Yeah,
because
that's how it
of the the mismatch of open calendars here. Now, if they're all closed, then I would kind of second guess and wonder why it is the way it is. But look,
Right.
I mean, by the look of this, I feel like they are undercharging. Like they could be doing more.
Oh, you
Um,
think their nightly rate is
Yeah, oh
lower
yeah,
than
for sure. For sure. Because if you look at this, most of the time for short-term rental, because people are really scared of going into short-term rental, and the reason why is because they're not used to their calendars being open. However, because it's short-term rental, the bulk of your profits are made because of it being short-term rental. People don't need to check their credit. They don't need a background check. They don't need any of that stuff, right? So they typically plan stuff, from 3 to 4 weeks to 8 weeks out. So
right.
if you're listing, let's say you are, we're what the so this data is a little bit old.
Mhm.
We're Tuesday, right? Or no,
Today's
no,
Monday.
okay. So it's actually they just refreshed it today. So we're
Right.
Monday, and the next following month is January 12th, and then the next following month is February 12th, right? So
Yeah.
even then, like they're still booked far out,
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Solid.
We
Solid.
should
Yeah.
be anywhere between like a month to 2 months out maximum. Any longer than that, I think you're a little bit under valued or underpriced. But this is great.
Mhm.
I mean, like way to go for this person. I think they just have a really great view. Um, I would love to click on this. However, the thing with it is that they just recently made their this thing into a paid subscription. So that's something that
Who
I gotta buy, but it's like $250 a year. So
who
that
made that?
was that.
Who made that?
Oh, they made it into like this feature. You've always been able to click it in the free version, but they've just recently took it away and made it a paid feature. So
Oh, for real? Wow, that
so
is very smart for
yeah,
them, though.
this you gotta pay for it to kind of have that quick access to go on property now, which makes it a little bit more challenging. But honestly, if
Very
you
smart.
really want to go into this, just find a couple buddies and split the cost. It's really not that big of a deal. Uh,
Right.
okay, so again, I think with this, because it's a little bit uh, what is it like challenging to look, because I'm not seeing the features that are that I'm trying to find. Now, when I open it to 6 bedrooms and up, because we can sleep that amount of people, it doesn't hurt us to comp into that high caliber area.
Got it.
I just need to be careful. Let me see. Like now we'll see properties that are in um the 6 bedroom range as well. Let me see. Oh, so this whole time I've been comping 5 bedrooms. We're actually 6 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, so we're in the 6 bedroom range. So if I go here, right? No wonder I didn't see us. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions so far? Like, I wanna answer some
So,
of y'all's questions.
yeah, guys, put your questions in the chat if you have questions.
Uh,
He'll answer them.
this is really
Again,
cool too. Look, this guy is giving a lot of context to his listing. So there's a view, and then they give a little bit of a sneak peek of what the
ooh, yeah,
of the space looks like as well. So
I like that.
bravo to them.
I like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
So see, this has a little bit more context
Yeah,
into it being a movie room. I feel like this is the same type of. Okay, so this is it. Like this is
Yeah,
one of
go
our.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah, this is one of our comp right here. I feel
yeah,
like
it is. How much? 18?
it's 18 grand.
Damn, bro.
18 grand a month. I feel like this is probably in our neighborhood as well because look, it's literally 0 miles away.
That is crazy. Yeah, Kalisha, I actually told him from the get-go it's a 6 bedroom, but I think, his
Yeah.
new haircut is not letting him hear properly.
Okay, look, it shows this guy is literally in our neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
So this is the perfect comp right here. It
Damn, this is the
shows,
road that leads all the way. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So it literally, I mean, if we just this is
Yeah,
if
this is
we want to do what this guy's doing, literally just we call it copy, but it's like emulating what literally this
right,
guy's
right.
doing,
100%, 100%.
right? There's no reason why you should do anything else. Why do anything else and try and reinvent the wheel when this guy is showing you that this type of style
Yeah.
showcasing works, right?
So this property is actually way underperforming the subject property. I
Yeah,
forgot how much is he doing right now?
I don't know what. Oh, let me see. I
It
think I
should be to
right here. So this is the information that I got,
yeah,
right?
1.8. Let's do in
So that's the TITI mortgage balance, interest rate. Seller wants to walk away with
the-
366,
let's
right?
see. Kalisha, how much is he doing again a month right now on average? So it's going to the okay.
Yeah. The only reason why I don't see it on this particular thing. I can look through his calendar. He's got nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
and that's kind of one of the things that you have to be aware of as well. That I don't mention that very often is that data.rabu, it
Hmm.
only pulls information from Airbnb, right? Whereas AirDNA pulls from both sources, so AirDNA and Verbo. So
Oh,
so with this, most of the time, this will give me a good estimate on what the market looks like just because of Airbnb. It has over 75% of the market, market share of the
right,
short-term rental space.
right.
So, so I pull it up from this. It's pretty good. However, with AirDNA, I can see both, as you can tell. So VRBO, it'll give me the listing and all that good stuff. So with this, I think it showed here. No, it doesn't because I put it as 5 bedrooms. And
So 180K, most times they use it for personal use. Yeah, there you have it.
I see. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this. Let me see. Okay, so that's great. That's really good to know. Again, I'd like to show you this listing, but it's going to be like finding needle in a haystack with all of this. But it look, it has everything that's
Yeah, it has everything.
It has the
100.
indoor pool that looks like ours. It has the railings that looks like ours. And this
Right.
railing is just a shot that they got with a drone shot, and
Yeah.
all the lights up. It's symmetrical. It showcased how big and grand it can be with the lighting. I mean,
Right.
literally, like this is the perfect listing right here. This is it. Like
Boom, 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 guys. We found it.
yeah, so we
Our-
found it. It was my fault that I had put in the wrong bed count. But again, this is like literally I've never had a really great comp as this. This is literally in the same neighborhood that looks like ours, and he shows it here, like all of the
Right.
other. If I were to bet something, I promise you we're literally right here, like we're over here somewhere. Uh,
Got it.
from the pictures that I've seen so far, we are over
Mhm,
in this area.
mhm.
We're just looking over here.
You're absolutely right because of the view. Also, I remember the view.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
do we have the same size of as far as the movie theater is concerned?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
it?
it's the same size. It was the same.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, it was. Everything is the same size. That's the thing. Like everything looks the same in this property as it looked
Yeah.
in the other one. And so I think with that,
Lovely.
we can pretty confidently say that this right here is our numbers per month.
Mhm.
Now I know it's the holiday, so I'm gonna I'm gonna hide this really quick. I'm gonna stop sharing really quick. You don't see my screen anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't see your screen. Guys,
Okay.
again, if you have questions, put it in the comments. We'll answer it. If you have an actual deal that we can look at quickly before we bounce out of here, then make sure you punch it in the chat too so we can pull you up here. I'll send you
Yeah.
the link and have you come here and ask a question.
Awesome. So okay, so one things that I can show, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't disclosing anything extra. So let me go back to it and share my screen one more time. Let me see. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so here, as you can tell, the annual revenue or the monthly average revenue is around 15K and 700, right?
Mhm.
Here is the seasonality for this area with a 3 mile time frame or 3 miles out radius. In December, the average is around 15 grand, right? So all throughout the years, it's on average about 15 grand per month and up, other than January, February, and May, April,
Yeah,
and May, right? March is spring break, so I'm assuming people like to go to the mountains on spring break. Um,
right.
but
Man, July is up, up.
yeah, but January and February, and April and May a little bit, it dries up. So for a quarter of the year, it just the demand just cut in half, and
Right,
sometimes less than half, right? So in
right,
those months, like now that if we close today, I would want to make sure that my January and February is booked out already, basically,
yeah,
because you want to
right.
be on top of the demand,
Mhm.
and make sure that those things are booked right. However, uh, if it's a high demand, you want to be booked last. But with January and
Oh,
February, you want to be the first one to get booked. So that way, because there's less demand, you just want to get in there and get it filled.
guys,
Before.
that is a great tip. That
Yep.
is a really, really great tip. So to slow it down a little bit, because Hunk talks so fast, what he said is, guys, if the seasonality with it, like for example, here you guys can see January and February is low, the demand. You want to be booked earlier than before everybody else. So you want to go after the demand before everybody else. But if it's high, if it's high demand, you want to be booked last. Why is that, huh?
Um, the reason why you want to be booked last when it's a high seasonality is because you want to allow all the other ones that are lower price to just get booked first, right? Because by the time that it
Oh,
gets to you, there's only so many options that's left. People still have to stay somewhere. And if they're choosing between like, a average meal and a nice looking meal and it's their birthday, do you think on their birthday they're willing to break the budget a little bit to stay at
absolutely.
a nice place, especially when they're
100%.
on vacation or if they're traveling somewhere, right? So,
100%.
so in that circumstances, because the demand is there, we can ask for more in those circumstances. However, when there's no demand, you gotta respond with the market and just basically lower down the price to meet the demand that's currently there, which is January and February, because there is no demand there. So you want to get booked, so that way you're not the last one at the dance and no partner.
Right, right. Nice. Okay. I love the analogies.
Uh,
Guys, you guys, one thing you guys need to know about Hung, he's a foodie. Like this guy eats. If you ever meet
that's why
Hung,
I live in Orlando, and I have so many friends that ask me to move somewhere else or to move to Arizona.
uh,
I'm like, I don't know, like there's a restaurant opening here every other day. So I literally can't take my girlfriend to it enough to where we run out. And so
Right.
you know, like it everything I do kind of feels back to food. Is like, you know, like I work out not to look good, just so I can eat whatever I want. It's a byproduct that I look semi good. I do
I
real
love
estate,
that.
not because I'm passionate about it, because I need to feed myself.
You want cash flow,
I
guys? Go
really love
to
what I
restaurant, and
I really
that is
love what I
funny.
do. But yeah, no, I really love food. I think food is something that that can really connect with like the culture. And so
Yeah.
me being Vietnamese, I know that even though you're Vietnamese by blood, but if you don't eat any Vietnamese food or speak it, like you're not really Vietnamese, to be honest. Like
Right. Right.
you're what I call a banana. You're yellow on the outside and white on the inside.
Yeah. Black people, we call that I think in French that's what they call it, bunti or whatever. It's like, that chocolate that is like black outside and white inside.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get African food. But this was really good, guys. So guys, there you have it. You see the inside. The prop, basically what you're saying, Hung, is right now this guy is doing poor. We can do better. You just have to come in, upgrade some of the features, maybe change the pictures and all that fun stuff. We should be fine. Basically, just copy that listing, that
Yeah,
perfect listing that we just saw.
for
Guys,
sure. And
and
the thing too, the one thing that we have against some of the other listings, like if
Mhm.
we were to go back, let me see. Let me see. This is something that I didn't talk about yet. Okay, so if we go back here and we change the filters to because okay, so because it's the Smoky Mountains, right? Let me go back. Okay, so let's see. There is over 100 listings. So once it gets to like over 100 listings, it'll just say
Mhm.
100 out of 100, basically, right?
Yeah.
But if we go, let's see, if we add hot tub, right? Because in the Smokies, hot tub is a mandatory amenity. So we add
Right.
hot tub. Everyone is still there, right? Nothing really changes.
Nothing's, yeah.
Now, if we go down and we also add pool, now it
Oh,
changes.
now you have a drop. Boom.
So not everyone has pools. And then if you also go and you add, let's say, pets, so that's 73 within 3 miles. Now it's really low.
Damn.
So you
18?
so do you see how that you can cut through the competition? Like when
Yeah.
people travel, they want to bring their pets.
Yes.
Literally, all you have to do if you want to be competitive is add that you allow pets,
Boom, boom, boom.
and
Holy moly.
that will make you stand out just by like literally all they have to do is click the like pet option in their filter, and everyone else
Right.
disappears. Even if their listing is amazing and
Right.
awesome and all stuff, it cuts you. It makes you feel like you're cut from a different cloth, right?
That is silly though to me because like how people don't know that most people that travel has no place to leave their pets.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
gotta take them like literally like to leave a pet behind costs money. Like it's costs
Yeah, no,
money.
exactly. So these are all the ones that have all of three of those things, right? But if let's say we put
So hold on, just on that point for the pets, right? Because
yeah.
somebody might argue that a lot of the other people they don't actually allow it because pets destroy properties. And we'll answer. We have a question here in the chat. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but it seems like it's Tar Plus. We'll answer her question in a minute. But why would people not allow pets? Is it because they destroy properties? And how can you mitigate, I guess, the risk of having those issues with guests and pets?
You charge them. People tend to behave for some reason when you hold money as hostage.
Got it.
right?
Yeah.
Like for some reason, they know wherever their dog is located when there's money on the line.
So
But if
it's
you don't,
almost like they're putting a security deposit for their pets.
yeah, yeah.
Almost like, and
Are,
are they getting it back if they don't destroy anything?
yeah, yeah. They get it back if everything looks okay by the cleaning team. But if there's damages, we just keep it as a damage deposit.
Got it. But as far as the fee in general, do you charge a little bit extra for
Oh
somebody
yeah,
having?
sure. I mean, I think just on pet fee alone, on average, we probably make an extra $200 to $400 per month.
There
Just
you go. Kalisha is losing money. She doesn't allow pets. She's allergic to it.
yeah, see, and so I think that's the thing, right? Like you kind of have to balance it and stuff like that. I mean, we've had one or two guests ask if the our places have had pets before, and we just let them know, yeah, we do have pets. The thing is, it helps you more than it hurts you, to be honest, because
Right.
so many more um, guests that are looking for pet accommodations versus people that are allergic
That
to it.
are, yeah, 100%.
Just kind of
100%.
have to make that decision if that's worth it for you. But I mean,
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? Like, can you
Yeah.
afford a new set of furniture if you're making an extra $5,000, right? It's it's worthwhile. Like, and look
Right.
at all these things, all of these guys that have really good listings. Uh, Other than this guy, like, doesn't really do much. Have great photos or anything. So these are what I would call guys that are just they hear that Airbnb and VRBO or short-term rental is a great investment, and so they go into it not knowing that you can't just put in tables and dishes and silverwares and beds and think that that's okay. Like these
But
are people.
here's another gem on that, Hung. Remember last time you said one of the ways to get into real estate, to get into short-term rentals with zero money, is to be able to spot this type of hosts that don't know what they're doing, reach out to them and show them how you can help their property perform better.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think we call it co-hosting.
Yeah, so that's called co-hosting. I mean, I can open a can of worms on some of the things that you can do as a co-host. Like, there's also so most people know that by just having a really great property, and then once you're finished, you put it on Airbnb or VRBO, and that's pretty much it, right? However, people are not thinking about the um, the lifetime value of a customer, or in this case, a guest. With Airbnb, because there's a data wall between us and the guest, they don't allow us to get guests' emails, which is something that is really crucial if you're trying to remarket to them in the near future when they come back here the following year or maybe in 6 months, right? Or
But there's a way around that though.
right. So there are ways around it to where we can get information, get their Wi-Fi or get their email information by using like a Wi-Fi, uh,
Right.
email capture
Right.
software. And
Right.
then other things you can do too is, and I know we're deviating a little bit, but I just really think
You
that
know,
this.
our goal here is to give tips and tricks to people. So we have to remember that there's people that's gonna watch this that don't know nothing of nothing,
Okay.
or they're trying to get in. Like, let's answer Tarplus's question. Speaking of that,
Okay. Yeah. Let me.
with this question, she's asking, "Hey, is this a good time to get started in Airbnb space?" That tells me that she probably hasn't done it before, so she must be like new, right? So, what advice with this market would you give to somebody that have this question? Is this the right market to start in Airbnb?
I, I think this is the perfect market to get into Airbnb because it's gonna showcase a lot of mom and pop property owners that
Mhm.
are just doing it unprofessionally. And as you can
Right,
see, some of the photos that they've posted up is it's not very professional. They don't curate their listings really well. There's not much marketing to it. There's not much, um, hospitality and customer experience to wow them when they get to the property. It's it's a whole experience from first looking at the property to
Mm,
staying at the property. And there's so many different ways on to make extra revenue and to make extra thing than just listing it up. Like just listing it up, it's like the first part of it. There's a whole another kind of set, because now if you're really starting to get into it, now is the time to go out and pick and choose from the litter, because there's going to be a lot of people that didn't do well and cut corners on the design, and now they're gonna
mm,
like they're gonna eat it because they
right.
cut corners on design. Because now more than ever is that even though like as supply grows, but then demand slows. Well, 90% of the time, the ones that gets the highest ADR, like average daily rate, and getting the high occupancy are the
Mm,
top 10, 15, 20% anyways, right? And so if now like that all for the past year or two, that they've been active, um,
mm,
but their listing is mediocre. Well, now that there's even less demand, it's going to cut. It's those people, the cheap accommodations, like the ones that
right.
are the bare minimum,
Right.
to medium accommodations. Like I think those guys are going to be the ones that are most affected, because they're because now, even if let's say everyone gets affected, right? Everyone's
Mm,
prices is going to go down to accommodate for
mm,
the lower supply. However,
mm.
those guys are going to get pushed out because they're already cheap. Like how
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't, there's a certain point that you can't go cheaper,
100%.
right?
100%.
And so if the guys that look really good are coming down to your price point, where else do you go than to just sell the property?
100%. 100%.
Right? This is a really great time to kind of go into it. If you have the capital,
Right.
and you're looking to get into this space, and if you are not a closer or something of the sort, then go and talk to people like Mamadou, and have him help lock up your deals, and,
100%.
and bring the lead to him, so that way he can help you lock it up. Because
100%.
you might not have the skill set to do it, but maybe you have the capital. So that way, if you can bring the capital, like I'm sure Mamadou can figure something out for you, right? Don't
Right.
try to figure it all out on your own, because it's going to take so much more. I mean, back then, the normal conversation for the normal average person is I'm gonna focus on getting one property a year. But as you get
Yeah.
more into this space, you realize that's such a mediocre and
Goals.
uninspiring goal,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because you can do so much more in the short amount of time,
Right.
and the resources that we all have. Even if you don't have the money, if you're excited enough and that you have a goal in mind, you're going to be able to pull in the resources that you have around you, right? So let's say you have a starting capital of like 50 grand, but you don't know how
Mm,
to close, and you don't know how to do short-term rental. Well, if you find a lead, or you have a property that you know that it does really well, like someone that just reached out to me today, found a 5-bedroom property in
mm.
that's like 10 minutes from the Orlando International Airport, and it looks like majestic and juicy, right? It just looks thick. Okay. So
Right.
they brought it to me to look at and to make sure the numbers work well. And because I know what I like, I know how to comp it. I'll be able to comp it and get a response back to him. Just like for you, you're the one who has the capital. Bring it to
Right.
someone like Mamadou, who always have incoming, leads and incoming opportunities that come his way. What do that? Do the first one. See how you feel. If you feel great, like there are other ways on you bringing more capital to, like you don't have to keep making the same money again to be able to do it again. You can go and ask your mother, you can go ask your cousins, you can go and pull money
Right.
from your relatives, right?
So many ways, man. So
Right.
many ways.
I know of a nurse that had first started with uh, I think first started with Pace, right? And now I think fast forward like I think 2 or 3 years, she's raised over $3 to $4 million from her other traveling nurses,
That is crazy. That
right?
is crazy.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't always have to come from you, and that's what I've really.
Seems like we lost him.
What's that?
Seems like you froze.
Oh, I froze.
Yeah.
Okay. For how
That's
long?
that. That's that Orlando. For 1 second. But yeah, you're back.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So I mean Tar Plus, this was a long answer, but I think you got the point. And put it in the comments if you do, if you know, you feel like you got the answer that you need. But basically, to put it in short term, in a short, version, is it's the perfect timing. Is the absolute perfect timing, because the reality is it goes back, whether you're getting into Airbnbs or just real estate in general. This is the perfect market, because we're in a down market. A down market is always good to get into. There's a lot of opportunities, and the amateurs will get crushed. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're wholesaling, whether you're doing buy and holds, whether you're doing Airbnbs, whether you're doing, it doesn't matter. If you're not serious about the business, you will get crushed on a down market, right? Grant Cardone says this all the time, and it's absolutely true. The only people that's going to stand out in the down market is the people that are actually professionals and take this business seriously, right? It's not one foot in and 1 foot out. They're all in. So it's the same thing with the Airbnb. Everybody, when the market was good, took their property, put carpet and paint, and posted their property on Airbnb because they heard it's a great investment, it's easy money. Yes, the market was good, but now that the market is down, guess what? Only the professionals that knows how to design a property, that knows the locations, that knows how to accommodate guests, that knows about hospitality services, that provide that extra customer service. Those are the people that will stand out, and those are the people that will actually win in the down market. The amateurs, they'll get crushed. But guess what? That's an opportunity for you to step in and grab all these opportunities. Doesn't matter. So if you don't have the money, go find people, again, that have Airbnbs, if that's what you're interested in, that are underperforming, and learn the same thing Hung is doing here. Learn to master the skill set of management, the skill set of management, understanding why is the property doing wrong, what you can do to make it better. Because you can go to the seller and say, hey, you're doing 6 grand right now. I can come in and have your property do 12 grand a month, and we split 50-50. And they already spent all the money. They renovated the property, they furnished it. Even though they didn't do it the right way, they will spend the money. All you have to do is to come in and add value to them by making the property perform better, by managing it and handling the calendar and dealing with the guests. That's all you're doing. You're not spending a penny. So all you need is this thing they call, a phone, ideally an iPhone, not an Android, but anyway. All right, guys. But another way to do it faster is if you have the money, but you don't have the time to find the deals because you're too busy or maybe you're not good on the phones, then find people like me that are always talking to sellers, bringing in leads. You can partner up with us. Sometimes we have deals, whether it's me or Hung or together, we have deals where we use private money. So you can come and say, hey guys, I have 20 grand, I have 50 grand. I'm wanting to invest, but I don't have the time to find the deals. And you can invest in these deals, right? That's another way you can get in as well. The other way is the exact same thing we're doing is marketing, calling people, calling sellers, finding properties at the right locations. That's how we can go for hours talking about it, but those are the only 3 ways you can get into this game. So now, two things doesn't go together for most people, which is the thing that most people struggle with, is you're broke but you're lazy too. These two combinations is a disaster. Okay, if you're broke, you better get rid of lazy. Stop dating lazy. I'm telling you, she's an ugly one. Okay, change your boyfriend and your girlfriend. Okay, you cannot be lazy. You cannot be broke and lazy. Is one of the two. If you're broke, then you gotta have the work ethic. Put in the work, get on the phones, get out of your fear. Nobody ever died from picking up a phone and calling people. Okay? Be laser focused on what you want. Don't be all over the place. If you get into this business, look at Hung. Hung will tell you if you want to talk about wholesaling, do not call me. Why? Because he's focused on one thing, and that is short-term rentals. That's his niche. That's what he's focused on. That's what he's known for. So when you think Hung, you think short-term rental. Okay. Absolutely. Anytime, Tara Plus. Thank you. And thank you for sharing this. And I appreciate you for coming in and asking your questions. So guys, focus on one thing. Don't be all over the place. Don't try to do it all. But again, whether it's real estate, doesn't matter what you want to do within the real estate space, except fix and flips right now is a great market to get in. It's a great market to get in. So if you have the capital, find the people that have the deals. If you have the deals, find the people that have the capital. If you don't have both, just be the connector, connect people, right? However, so be resourceful. That's the bottom line. And we killed it today too, dude. This was so good.
Yeah, it was
really, really good.
Yeah, it was super fun. I mean, like, I just want to nail home this what you were talking about, Mamadou. It's just a great time. Like, yeah, it's a really great time because you have to think like the opposite of what most people are thinking, right? Like, if everyone is being fearful right now, then you need to think differently. Like, why is everyone fearful right now, right?
Right.
And Warren Buffett, as of right now, he has over a third. I think this man is worth like over 100 or 200 billion dollars right now, right? With Berkshire Hathaway, and he has a third of his money, of his evaluation of his net worth in cash. Why is that? Right? That's a lot of money to have in cash when inflations are high. But why is that? Because he sees that there's about to be a huge opportunity, right?
Yeah.
He always has a saying that I always remember. He says, when everyone is being greedy, be fearful. But when everyone is fearful, be greedy. And now is the time to be greedy. It is the time. Okay. And if it's not yet, wait another 6 months, and it for sure will be. But I think in a lot of markets we're already feeling that.
Boom. Absolutely, guys. That is a bar. That's a mic drop. Literally, guys. So what that means is, if you don't wait, don't be in the side. I'm telling you right now, if you want to do deals in 6 months, you start building your pipeline right now. If you have 2023 goals, you should have started working on them 3 months ago to create momentum. You don't wait. Don't wait. I promise you, you do not want to wait. All right. So with that being said, guys, please make sure you like, you subscribe, drop in the comments your questions. If you're watching this later, I promise I'll go in my YouTube channel, answer it, or you can literally, I'll put in the links below my IG handle, Hung's IG handle. You can reach out to us, DM us for any questions that you may have. Share this. We actually, guys, we're gonna have a giveaway. Hung, next week we're gonna have a giveaway. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna give away for those people that are interested in branding, shooting content and whatnot. We're gonna give away a professional Rode mic for those real mics. I forgot how to call them. Those Rode Pro mics. The value of it is $300, guys. Literally, everybody they're the best out here to shoot as far as content is concerned, doing like reels and whatnot. So we're gonna do that giveaway next week, and I'm going to announce what you need to do to be the winner. All right. And the week after that, we're gonna give away like a list of properties that you can actually call and start generating leads as well. So make sure again you smash the like button. Okay.
Can everyone put in the comments a little bit saying thank you, Mamadou? Like, that is huge. that he's taking this opportunity to provide value, but then also to do a little of a giveaway. I think because we really don't ask anyone to pay for this information, and it's free content and it's free value. I feel like, oh yes, boom, 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 yeah, yes, Brandon, that is that. Yeah, let's switch that. Everyone, please type in boom, 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 or boom.
Boom.
All right, in
There
the
you
comments below, and just letting them know how much you appreciate him. Because I know I appreciate him for all he does. He pushed me and keep me accountable every day. And so I know that even though it's the holidays, this is it's supposed to be the slowest time of the year for businesses, but because we're freaking beasts of an animal, that we keep going and provide value regardless. But guys, if you got value from this, please take a picture, post it on your Instagram, social media, and tag both of us. Right, tag both of us. And if you do, I believe I can get this guy to pick one of the winners in there, and we'll choose one of them.
Absolutely. 100%. All right, guys. That's a wrap. We did it. Mr. Hung, appreciate you, my guy.
Of course.
And we'll see you guys next week, Monday, 6:30 p.m. EST. We do this live, 6:30 p.m. EST. And so if you have a deal that you generated before the Monday and you want us to help you underwrite it, or even talk to the seller, guys, if you come here with your lead and you want me to call the seller because you're stuck, I will call your seller as long as they're motivated. Keyword motivation. If they don't have it, then boom, boom, boom to the left. All right. Don't bring them up in here. Okay. Onga, I appreciate you. That was it, guys. I hope you guys loved it. And we're out. Happy Monday, guys.
Peace. Later, guys. Wow, that's awesome.